So a week ago, Dr. Mike sat down with Dr. Mike, and when he spoke into a mic, he said that the surgery he went through...
I just had love handles, and when they weren't filled with fat anymore, they were filled with water, and I was like, fuck this, I can just get them cut out. So I did.
Yes, this one wasn't going to be his last.
I will be going through surgery again, probably at least a few more times.
Now, for those who don't know, Dr. Mike, the one on the right, the same one I made a video about right here, about the monkey study.
I love monkeys. Monkeys, y'all family to me.
Had surgery 3 months ago to remove excess skin and fat cells from his lower stomach.
I had a procedure to take some extra loose skin and fat cells away from my lower back and love handle area.
And then in this interview with Dr. Mike number 1, Dr. Mike number 2 explained his future plans.
I have some loose skin and extra fat cells around my lower chest area, some cases around my back, and actually just out of sheer genetics in my tie-in between my biceps, triceps, and shoulders, like right this area. And those can actually be kind of furrowed out with surgery.
Then said he'll do this.
I do have hypothetical, probable plans for a very ambitious surgery. No matter what body fat I have a big gut, just plain old. And it's really just a genetic laxity of the abdominal wall. It has nothing to do with muscle strength and none of that shit. And so you can plicate the obliques, you can plicate the rectus abdominis, and it brings your waist in. And just in case you were ever going to blow that out, you get a polymer sheath installed around your entire, like a corset sheath.
Yeah, amusement park type of fun. And for dessert with sprinkles on top, even that.
I'm thinking about potentially going to that next level of surgery and getting my 2 bottom ribs broken inwards to have an even cooler, even smaller waist. Ideally, I'd like to have a tiny waist. I think it's magical.
Yeah, who needs ribs nowadays? Now, a lot of people thought he was joking, but he wasn't. Why? First of all, the conversation that followed stayed completely serious, with almost funeral-like vibes from the mic on the left.
Your Renaissance periodization is a way for people to get healthy, and you're doing a lot of things that make you unhealthy.
Second, he already said in the previous surgery video that he was planning more.
Eventually, I think, years down the road, I have like a really stretchy abdomen. My dad has a big gut, my mom has a big gut. Eventually, I want to get that tightened up to have a really tiny waist.
And third of all, let's be honest, if he already went through such a complicated, painful surgery where he had to wear a diaper, bled so much.
And I'm wearing, no joke, adult diapers right now so that I can bleed into them as I sleep and walk around.
And his bed looked like there was some kind of ritual sacrifice there, all just to get rid of the love handles he didn't exactly love. Then, no, it doesn't seem like sarcasm. But how common is this? Pretty common. I've already shown you in another video, Nikocado Avocado.
It's me, Nikocado Avocado.
Yeah, the guy who films, directs, and stars in cinematic masterpieces like this.
USA! USA!
He also went under the knife for plastic surgery, trying to fix his appearance after all those mukbang videos
I'm gonna get it chopped off.
that led to his weight gain. Excuse me, it wasn't the mukbangs. It was your fault.
I'm in this chair right now because of them, because they were watching all the videos, so it's your fault.
Yeah, how can you be so mean? Shame on you.
This is all your fault, people.
Now, there are also cases like this guy you're seeing here. He had a silicone six-pack implantation, and he even had silicone put in his chest to mimic bigger pecs.
I'm really happy with the result for the chest. Less so with the stomach. So if you look at it from the front, it looks fine. But if you look from the side, I have an egg pattern.
Yeah, at least eggs have protein. Now, everyone has different motivations. For Nikocado, it was all about the money and followers.
I would not have gotten that fat if I couldn't make a living out of it. If I couldn't make good money, get good views, if I couldn't build a career and a following, I would have never got fat.
For Mike, one of them was simply to see people's reactions.
Part of your drive for wanting to get the surgeries is to see public perception of what it's like to get the surgery? Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Which sounds super healthy for anyone's mental state. Others, like the implant guy, even went as far as having eye color surgery. And when asked why he doesn't just work out, he said this.
Everyone who does sports has to get up for sports every morning. I don't have time for that.
Meanwhile, us, average miserable people who actually train, have to wake up every single day and work out. And studies show this is only becoming more popular. Cosmetic surgeries for men have shot up in recent years, largely because of social pressure and social media. But why? In the last couple of years, due to social media and especially the TikTok and videos like this,
would you prefer a gym bod or a dad bod?
when they take a picture of Chris Bumstead that in his peak condition looked like this, but then when he bulks, people call his body a dead bod, which according to the generic definition online looks like this.
Would you prefer a gym bod or a dad bod?
Creates a completely distorted image of how the male body should look. This website showed something interesting. It analyzed how male figures in movies have changed over time. James Bond, for example, you know him? sat next to me in school. This is what James Bond looked like back in 1965. This is how he looked in 2006, but this is how he looked in 2013. X-Men, this is how he looked in the year 2000, and this is how he looked in 2013. Superman, this is how he used to look back in 1978 versus how he looked in 2013. Even The Rock at 53 looks bigger now than ever before. Yeah, he probably eats a lot of rice and broccoli.
There's a lot of chicken breast.
Chicken. Loads of chicken.
That's all it takes, guys.
That's it.
But you can see that over time the male body ideal has shifted, with actors expected to appear much more muscular. There are a lot of research papers showing that even children's action figures of the same characters have become bigger, buffer and more muscular. Magazine covers have also followed the same trend, putting more and more muscular men on the front page. And it's not just the male body ideal, the female body ideal also took a hit. Here's Miss America in 1926. Now here's Miss America 70 years later. And this isn't a coincidence. Do you see this? In this study, researchers actually calculated the BMI of every Miss America from about 1920 to 2000 and plotted this graph. What does it show? A negative correlation between time and BMI. Or in simple English, as the years went on, Miss America winners had lower BMIs, sometimes even dropping below the gray line that represents underweight. There was even a disturbing case where TikTok slimmed people's faces automatically without them asking. This girl Tori started recording, and TikTok shrunk her face as soon as it recognized her.
I don't feel comfortable making videos because this is not what I look like.
No filter, it just did it.
And I don't know how to fix it. I've gone through every possible option.
And even I tried it myself on a regular video mode, and same thing happened. But here's the tragic part. The way the media manipulates you, aside from plastic surgeries, is by making you feel, what's the scientific word? Shitty. They do it by promoting people who totally look over the top, plus the social pressure of being the smallest guy in the room. That's why we can sometimes even see kids as young as 10 using anabolic steroids. And it's depressing that someone as famous as Dr. Mike, the one on the right, is impacted this way. Plus, basically normalizing it by casually talking about wanting to break his ribs for a tiny waist in front of millions of viewers, and especially the younger ones.
Thinking about potentially going to that next level of surgery and getting my 2 bottom ribs broken inwards to have an even cooler, even smaller waist. Ideally, I'd like to have a tiny waist. I think it's magical.
Which is why, to Mike and to all of you, I'll say what Biden used to say. Don't. And why am I telling you this? Because chasing the perfect body is exhausting and impossible. And like I already showed you, it can change tomorrow, just like that. Our bodies are worth more than just a few likes on Insta or a video on TikShmock or Schmock Talk.
I've done a couple SARM cycles and my acne was fine the whole time, and I've been off SARMs for about 4 months now. And my acne has still not gone away. You see how bad this is?
And yeah, shortcuts sound exciting, but sometimes they can cost us our health, even if not directly.
And I'm wearing, no joke, adult diapers right now so that I can bleed into them as I sleep and walk around.
So train because you love your body, not because you hate it. You can support the channel by joining the membership. Don't forget to like, share, watch my other videos here, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
USA! USA!